we turn down some legs, some 39mm lowers. What we are going to do is we're going to actually initially cut off the fender mounts, the brake mount, and get these put up in the lathe so that we can turn them down nice and smooth. We will be turning down through the lower drain hole too, filling that in with a little bit of aluminum weld and going through that. We're going to do both legs, and this is how we do it. All right, a little bit more of a close-up here. Here's the areas that we're going to trim off, initially with a Portaband. As you can see, we took the majority of the mount, fender mount and the caliper mount off with the Portaband. We're going to mount it up on the live center and in the chuck of the lathe, so we're going to take the rest of it down with the lathe. All right, with the aluminum, we're actually going to change the speed on the lathe up to 1200 RPMs. Make sure that we get a good fast spin and a good smooth finish on the fork leg. Only a couple little passes so far, but you can see where we're starting to contact the areas that we've already hit with the Portaband. You just want to go slow and kind of take these down. We could have hit some of the high spots with the flap wheel, like an aluminum flap wheel, so that we could have brought them down a little closer, so we would have done less work on the lathe, but we opted to do a majority of the work just chucked up here and just turn them down. Go closer, a couple more passes. You can see that we're contacting the whole section that we've cut off, bringing it closer down to the fork leg. Probably a few more passes on this and we'll be able to get it down to where the casting grain is. Alright, after a few passes, we've got it down so that we actually have an even surface throughout the fork leg. We have one little low spot here, but it's so minimal that once we go over with the different grades of the emery cloth, this is just going to disappear. So this is just after the 150, running the 150 grit emery on there, and you can see it's got a really good finish. So once we run it through a few different courses of finer grits, we'll get a really, really nice surface on this and be pretty close to not having to polish it unless you want it bright and shiny. Here we go. After running it through different emery cloth, a little bit of Scotch-Brite, you just have that little one section right here that we need to countersink, and then run a little aluminum weld in it, and then hand finish it with a file and some emery cloth, and then we can either opt to leave it a satin finish like this or get it polished. And then we'll do the exact same thing to the second leg.